Hey, it's 7 Grains of Salt. Order out of chaos, cashless society, and Chinese theft? Lot to go over. Well, Press for Truth just put a video out saying that the collapse is coming. This is the order out of chaos.
Well, the reason why is because they operate through their modus operandi, which is order out of chaos. Sometimes, when the chaos is not organic and it didn't come about naturally, sometimes it has to be engineered. It has to be created. And so this is why I'm bringing this up today, because what we are now seeing is the exact same thing, in the sense that they know what's coming, and what's coming is a planned destruction of the global economy. The things we are witnessing today, the ramifications of this are going to be felt in massive, massive ways in the next couple of weeks, guys, when people stop getting their paychecks. And that's not about to slow down anytime soon. And as I said, these guys are preparing, and really, you should be as well.
As also another subscriber sent me information, a lot of information. The corona hoax is just like I was saying in my last video. Unfortunately, it is the Freemasons that we have to worry about. It is the Kabbalistic that we have to worry about. It is not this flu pandemic that they keep throwing at us, because this right here, my friends, is this, the New World Order. And they are trying to control everything. And as he put it, the real virus is this: the Kabbalistic occult, the Jewish ideology adopted by Freemason. I agree with him completely. We are not to be living in fear of whatever is going on right now and what the media is trying to push, because they've been lying to us for so many years, and we all know it. So much good information. I appreciate everything that has been given and sent to me. And now we've all heard about the cashless society, I know, but here's a few clips and just a little bit of information, and then I'll share why it sparked something a little in me. Let's look.
This month in Philadelphia, a first-of-its-kind law went into effect, mandating that all businesses accept physical dollar bills or coins in exchange for goods and services. Overall, the percentage of cash payments in the U.S. has been dropping from 33% to 26% in just the past 4 years. That's prompted some businesses to go entirely cashless, but not everyone is buying in.
The thing is, Greenlee is a Philadelphia city councilman. And so he proposed and passed legislation making Philadelphia the first city in the country to force retailers to take cash. An era of vast income inequality and skepticism over fast-moving tech, William Greenlee had stumbled upon a strangely galvanizing issue. San Francisco and New Jersey followed with similar bills. Legislators from New York City and Washington, D.C. have called him for advice.
I think it hit a nerve with people, to be perfectly honest with you.
What's the nerve?
You're telling me that I can't use the currency of the United States of America?
You see this trend continuing. We won't be using cash.
We'll be using less and less.
Economics professor Ken Rogoff was willing to talk about the problems with cash. He's the author of The Curse of Cash and argues, among other things, hard money fuels crime.
Human trafficking, drug smuggling, big-time tax evasion.
It would be better, he thinks, if we were more like Sweden, where cash has nearly been phased out. And the U.S. will get there too, Rogoff says, in another 5 or 10 years.
There's no question that cash, is in its last era.
If and when cash fades away, Rogoff has an idea for helping the 20 million Americans who live in unbanked households, meaning they don't have any bank or credit accounts.
It would not be that expensive to provide free, basic debit cards to people. And a number of other countries have done this. India's done it. I mean, if India can afford to do it, we can afford to.
They can take cash away extremely easily. I mean, it's happening here in Finland. And our neighbor, Sweden, definitely has been more cashless and will be cashless before us. But I just wanted to look at this as well. Infiltration.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice.
So the infiltration reminded me of something that was in Harvard. And Kenneth Rogoff is a professor at Harvard. And I got a story sent to me, and I'm wondering if you all heard about this as well.
Good morning. We're here today to announce 3 separate cases highlighting the ongoing threat posed by Chinese economic espionage and research theft in the United States. First, the arrest today of a Harvard University professor for lying about his participation in a Chinese foreign recruitment program. Second, this morning we have unsealed a separate indictment of a Chinese national working as a scientific researcher at Boston University who failed to mention on her visa application that she is also a lieutenant with the People's Liberation Army. Finally, this office has indicted another Chinese national for trying to smuggle vials of biological material out of the United States to China and lying about it to federal investigators. That defendant, whose entry to the United States had been sponsored by Harvard University, was a cancer researcher at a lab at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center.
So these are some serious charges. A lieutenant of the People's Liberation Army, working with Harvard. All of them were Harvard and Bethel, Israel. So is the true worry against, is it China? Which I kind of thought as well, because we have been in debt to China, and boy, are we in debt to China. Or could it possibly be something else? I mean, I've covered even China and the Carribean, and my concern about that, and them being so close. But I'm also concerned about Israel, just like No More News and many others. I mean, all of these, APAC, ZOA, FOZ, ADL, all of these, they've had even all the presidents speaking at these conferences, Obama, Bill and Hillary Clinton, Trump, Pence, Biden, Pelosi, and more. And all their affiliates, they're Christian, secular, I mean anything from CBN, NFL, you name it. But then if we look at the other faces that are not spoken of as often, everyone's heard of Soros, but do you know who Sheldon Adelson is? Everyone's heard of Rothschilds, obviously. And then we all know that all media has been taken over in entertainment. So who is the true enemy? I think it's the New World Order. And it's at our footsteps. I mean, even these 2 young men were caught spying, and what happened? All charges were dropped. Interesting. I don't know. I've lost my trust, and I'm sure you've seen it in many of my videos before, me speaking about Trump and his hand gestures and him signing laws and even the agreements of the Noahide laws and many other things, which is under the Education Day. I don't trust him. So I don't understand why all of the pastors in America trust him. Are they blind or are they wolves? Whichever it is, can't trust them right now. You need to do your own research if you still don't see who Trump is right now. It's better to take refuge in our Father, the Lord Jesus Christ. He's the only one I can trust. Oh, get yourself ready. Something is coming. Take out some cash, as many have said, even in watching a live feed with Pedrov. Just so much is going on. For the weekend, please take out some cash and do what you can. I don't know what's coming. God bless. Let's keep each other in prayer, and God will see us through this, whatever happens. God bless. Till next time.